6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has expressed the government's commitment to provide full support to the people of Turkey and Syria in the wake of massive devastation caused by the earthquake. Another relief consignment has been dispatched to Turkey through a special flight from Islamabad. The International Monetary Fund has termed discussions with the Pakistani authorities as constructive. 2 military officers embraced martyrdom during a clearance operation in Kohlu area of Balochistan today. The 8th Multinational Naval Aman exercise commenced in Karachi today to ensure regional peace and security. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, a complete shutdown will be observed tomorrow to mark the martyrdom anniversary of Mohammad Maqbool Bhatt. The ICC Women's T20 World Cup begins in South Africa this evening. And now the news in detail. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif has expressed the government's commitment to provide full support to the people of Turkey in the wake of the massive devastation caused by the earthquake. He was talking to media at Lahore Airport on the eve of dispatching relief items to Turkey today. Expressing concern on the rising death toll and destruction of infrastructure in Turkey and Syria after the earthquake, he said an air bridge has been established for the robust delivery of relief items to Turkey. He said after the earthquake he made an immediate contact with the Turkish president and assured him for all-out support to the people of his country in this critical situation. The Prime Minister also recalled the heartiest support of Turkey to Pakistan in the 2005 earthquake and 2010 flash floods. Shahbaz Sharif said one more Pakistan Air Force plane carrying relief goods will take off soon. He said trucks of National Logistic Corporation laden with 100 tons relief goods, including blankets and tents, will be dispatched to Turkey via Iran today. Highlighting the steps taken for the rehabilitation of the people of Turkey and Syria, the Prime Minister said the federal government established a fund of 10 billion rupees for the earthquake victims. Another relief consignment carrying about 250 tents has been dispatched to Turkey through a special flight from Islamabad International Airport. Talking to the media persons on the occasion, the Minister for Power Khurram Dastagir Khan assured that maximum number of winterized tents will be sent for the earthquake victims of both Turkey and Syria. The Speaker of the National Assembly, Raja Parvez Ashraf, held a meeting with the outgoing Syrian ambassador Ramiz Arrahi at the Parliament House in Islamabad today and offered condolences over the deaths and destruction caused by the earthquake in Syria. The Speaker said Pakistan stands with its Syrian brethren at this difficult juncture. He said we will do everything to help the quake victims. The death toll from the Turkey-Syria deadly earthquakes has risen to more than 21,000, according to the Turkish Vice President Fawad Oktay. At least 17,674 people have been killed in Turkey, while the Syrian official said 3,377 have died in Syria. The World Bank has promised $1.78 billion to Turkey in relief and recovery assistance. Pakistan and the International Monetary Fund have mutually agreed to a number of points for the completion of the 9th review of the Extended Fund Facility, entitling Pakistan to a $1.2 billion tranche. This was stated by the Finance Minister Mohammad Ishaq Dar at a news conference in Islamabad today after the conclusion of talks with the IMF mission that was on a visit to Pakistan. Sharing the broad contours of the understanding reached with the International Monetary Fund, the Finance Minister said taxation measures of 170 billion rupees will be taken. The International Monetary Fund has termed discussions with the Pakistani authorities as constructive. In a statement issued after talks in Islamabad, the head of the International Monetary Fund mission, Nathan Porter, welcomed Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif's commitment to implement policies needed to safeguard macroeconomic stability. The head of the International Monetary Fund mission noted that considerable progress was made in policy measures to address domestic and external imbalances. The resident representative United Nations Development Programme Knut Otsby called on the Finance Minister Isagdar in Islamabad today. Isagdar appreciated the combined efforts of the United Nations Development Programme and Planning Division for preparing a constructive plan for rehabilitation and reconstruction of the flood-affected areas. Knut Otsby briefed the finance minister on the ongoing institutional arrangements being made by the United Nations Development Programme for short, medium and long-term goals regarding climate-resilient Pakistan, rehabilitation and recovery plan of action in the flood-affected areas. This is Radio Pakistan. The President Dr. Arif Alvi has lauded the efforts of renowned Pakistani citizen Kharalzada Kasrat Rai for raising awareness about peace and human rights while travelling on foot to other countries. The appreciation came during a meeting of Kharalzada Kasrat Rai with the President in Islamabad today. Kharalzada Kasrat Rai apprised the President that he travelled to 29 countries and walked around 16,000 kilometres on foot to promote the cause of social issues including interfaith harmony. The Senate was informed today that the Chitral-Shandur Road infrastructure project will be completed by December next year. The Minister of State for Law, Shahadat Awan, informed the House during question hour that allocation of 1,200 million rupees has been made for the project. Responding to a question, the Minister of State for Law said the institutions of higher education are not facing any crisis and funds are being provided to them. He said the National University of Technology Islamabad was provided with 100 million and the National Skills University Islamabad 212 million rupees last year. The Senate today passed the Capital Development Authority Amendment Bill 2022. It was moved by the Minister of State for Law, Shahadat Awan. The House has now been adjourned to meet again on Monday at 4 p.m. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has summoned a special commemorative session of the Senate on the 15th of next month. The session has been convened in connection with the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the Upper House of the Parliament. It will continue for 3 days till the 17th of March. 2 military officers embraced martyrdom during a clearance operation in Kohlu area of Balochistan today. According to ISPR, the operation, based on credible intelligence, was launched today, and during the ensuing clearance of the area, an improvised explosive device exploded close to the leading party. Resultantly, Major Jawad and Captain Saghir embraced martyrdom in the defence of the motherland. The 8th Multinational Naval Aman exercise commenced in Karachi today. That will continue till the 14th of this month. The Commander Pakistan Fleet Vice Admiral Awais Ahmed Bilgarami was the chief guest at the opening ceremony. A message of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Mohammad Amjad Khan Niazi, was also read out on the occasion, in which the Naval Chief Staff said Pakistan Navy will continue its role as the frontline force for peace and maritime security. He said the Aman exercises are aimed at ensuring regional peace and security. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, a complete shutdown will be observed tomorrow to mark the martyrdom anniversary of Kashmiri leader Mohammad Maqbool Bhatt. Mohammad Maqbool Bhatt was hanged by India in New Delhi's Tihar jail on the 11th of February in 1984 for his role in the Kashmir Freedom Movement. The All-Party Hurriyat Conference and Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front, in their statements in Srinagar, paid rich tributes to Mohammad Maqbool Bhatt and said the martyrdom of Maqbool Bhatt infused a new spirit in the movement of Kashmir. Cricket. The ICC Women's T20 World Cup begins in South Africa today. 10 teams are taking part in the Cup. The first match of the tournament will be played between South Africa women and Sri Lanka women teams in Newland Stadium at 10 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time this evening. And finally, the weather report. Cloudy and cold weather is expected in most plain areas of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, thunderstorm with snow is expected in Gilgit-Baltistan, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir and adjoining hilly areas. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.